Hello and welcome. Reuters At is here in New York City for Climate Week, speaking to leaders shaping the future of sustainability. I'm Pavni Mittal.
This is a very interesting election because over here there are two blocks, broadly speaking, and both are celebrating. One is clearly, has an edge, but the one that's actually trailing seems to feel like it has a moral victory. Right now, the two people who spoke to us on the channel spoke about democracy and the economy, and those are the two issues that the Congress party says it doubled down on, and that is what they believe has given them these results. I mean, a huge bump from last time.
How should the US approach and American companies approach China and Chinese companies, because there the companies are heavily subsidized and literally handheld by the government, which does not change?
Yeah. Well, that fight sort of left the barn some years ago.
And that behind me is a long queue of people who are out here at about 7:30 in the morning to come out and vote at this polling station in India's national capital, New Delhi. These are the tallest buildings to be demolished in India. We're right outside New Delhi, and this marks the end of a decade-long battle between the developer and residents. And I know this is a topic that's very close to your heart. Mm-hmm. Can, just sustainable sourcing, or can a private company or help alleviate poverty?
Absolutely. I am a child of East Africa, but I'm from Rwanda. So I grew up running from war country to country. And I had a front seat viewpoint of the ugliness of poverty, and the catalytic result of that was the 1994 genocide, where I lost my whole family.
I believe you got a tattoo over there. Can you talk about that?
I did. When I met with the daughters of Reykjavik, did they all have matching tattoos? So I'm now officially a 23rd member.
It is of the ongoing heat wave, which could affect voter turnout. Now, the umbrella has gone up, but as you can see, it is incredibly hot. Some of the seats voting today experiencing record heat, more than 4 to 6 degrees Celsius above normal. In some areas, temperatures are as high as 47 degrees Celsius.
Pavni, good to talk to you. Good to see you didn't manage to melt during that after you lost your umbrella, but you're doing a great job there, Pavni Mittal.
Now, one of the biggest issues that have sort of dominated this forum has been the war in Ukraine. You had Western countries, particularly the G7 nations led by the United States, that had been pushing for stronger language on the war and against Russia. Just like this district in New York City, fashion hubs around the world are seeing a decline in craft work. To address this, many high-end labels are investing in training the next generation of artisans, starting workshops, expanding apprenticeship programs, and even partnering with fashion schools here in the United States. We started this panel talking about frictions, but I want to end on a more positive, peaceful note. Now, the IRU was founded in the 1940s with 8 countries, I believe, to rebuild Europe. Today, as I mentioned, we have increasing geopolitical tensions. So can trade become a vehicle for peace again? Can swift logistics deliver frictionless borders, as our panel title suggests?
Yeah, it's a very good question. And you said we were created in 48 and 49. We created the tier system, which in 59 became a UN convention.
So one of India's biggest companies is facing an unprecedented crisis. The Adani Group has lost about $100 billion in valuation in just a week. Its founder, Gautam Adani, has personally lost more than $30 billion in that time. He is no longer Asia's wealthiest man.
How did that part of your life shape and influence your business philosophy?
Before Kurdish, I'm a nomad.
And how concerned are you about the situation in Iraq? Because oil prices have been impacted.
Yes, over 110 Brent. I think this is a really good question or good point.
You have KKR, you have Red Chillies. Are you worried that to a certain extent, if not the fortunes, but the health of these businesses depend on your name?
They do.
And that's a nice thing.
Speaking of political messaging, it is important to note that this match is taking place at a stadium named after India's current Prime Minister. So whoever wins, I think it's safe to say that the Indian government, particularly the Prime Minister, is getting some great advertising just months ahead of the general election. We're on the banks of the Yamuna River, which on first sight looks like it's covered in soap bubbles. But the white substance you see floating on the river is actually foam that is caused by the tons of household and industrial waste that flows into this river. Scientists say global warming has disrupted birds' migration patterns, with many changing routes or staying put. Those who have made the long journey to their winter homes are either seeing them shrink or, like this river, become more toxic.